Ji. So, on behalf of Snehita Wellbeing Cell, it is my great pleasure and privilege to welcome Mr. Shobit Narayan Agarwal. He is the founder of the Future, and he's a career and life counselor, and he has done a lot of counseling work and helped a lot of students. I personally know him for quite a number of years now, and he has helped a lot of students in their academics as well as personal needs. So I won't take much time introducing Mr. Agarwal. I'll just call him onto the dais, and maybe he'll speak for himself to us and educate us on such a very sensitive topic. So, Mr. Agarwal, please continue.
Thank you
Thank you.
so much, the Sahinita Wellbeing Cell, Mr. Satyam and Mr. Deepak, for giving this opportunity. And uh, I want to give you an overview of what you'll be experiencing and you'll be knowing, learning in the coming next 45 minutes to 1 hour. So here it is, as you can see, that we'll try to understand that what exactly is mental well-being, why is it important, some activities to experience and to understand our own mental health status, and also to learn how to identify. There'll be some stories around it, some tips, some practical tips to tackle the situation, keys to happiness, and also understanding how to prioritize our time. So, what exactly is mental health? As Mr. Deepak had just mentioned, that it encompasses your emotional well-being, your psychological well-being. It is also the social well-being, but a combination of how you feel inside at the moment. If I ask you a question, that at this moment today at 4:10 p.m., how are you feeling? So I should be in that awareness. Am I feeling good? Am I feeling curious? Am I enthusiastic? Am I excited? Am I dull? Am I clueless? I mean, what is the feeling that you have? And at the same time, understanding the functioning of my feeling. Uh, the functioning over my feeling over my life means that the goals that I have created for myself in life, are they in sync with that or not? And having control over my emotions, my feelings, and keeping myself centered. So this is a part of the feeling good and the functioning well. So well-being is defined as a combination of both these things. Now, well-being is not only limited to your psychological, emotional, or social aspect, but it is also cultural in context. It is also spiritual in context, and environmental. It is also about the political scenes that we are into, the economic structure, and definitely the physical health, because psychosomatic is one very big reason why illnesses occur, and more than 75% of illnesses are psychosomatic in nature. That is, it the origin lies in the mind, and from the mind it then percolates down to the body in terms of the chemical changes that happen in the physiology. Now, we need to understand that in today's time, why mental health well-being is important, so that we can enjoy our life, and all the people who are with me, they also feel good, they enjoy life, and we work productively. We are living in a time where competition is very high, and at the same time, there's a certain kind of an external pressure on us to perform all the time, to be perfect all the time. And do I give in to that pressure, or do I emerge out of that pressure without being influenced by it? Is something which is very important for us to understand. The ability to cope up with the difficult times, not only in our personal life, but our academic life, our professional life. So the benefits that come out of it is that we are able to enjoy life at a greater level, at the same time perform our routine activities. I would like you to take a moment here. There's an activity which is called the wheel of life. And I would like you to take out a paper and a pen and just quickly think. These are certain areas of life, as you can see in the presentation here. family and friends, finances, environment, health, recreation, career, personal growth, romance. I would like you to add one more category here, which is spirituality, and then take a moment and think how satisfied you are with yourself in all these areas. And you need to give yourself a rating from 1 to 10. 1 is not satisfied, 10 is completely satisfied. So take a moment of silence, think that with your family and friends category, how satisfied you are with your own life. Is it 2? Is it 5? Is it 7? Is it 10? And you should know why. I mean, you just don't need to write it randomly, but you need to think about it, take a moment, pause, and think how satisfied you are with your family, your parents, your siblings, your friends, and then give a rating. Make sure that it is little spontaneous. Do not give too much thought to it. Second is finances. The money that you have with yourself, or the money that you get from your parents or from other sources, how satisfied you are with that at the moment. From 1 to 10, 1 not satisfied, 10 completely satisfied. Third, environment. Environment means the place, the location where you live. Um, I mean, you're in IIT Roper, but then back home also, the location that you come from, the neighborhood that you belong to, the weather, the environment, the surrounding areas, the ambience of your home, the ambience of the place that you are in now. So, in totality, how satisfied you have been or you are at the moment in this category 1 to 10, a rating. And then health, from your own health, how happy you are. Do you want to hit a certain weight? Do you think that your flexibility is not so much, you're not that active and agile as you should be, and there's some lethargy coming in? Whatever the thing is, you need to rate yourself from 1 to 10. 1 not as satisfied, 10 completely satisfied. And then, is there a aspect of recreation in your life? If yes, then how satisfied you are with your recreational aspect of your life? And most importantly, your career, as everyone knows. So with your own academic life, how satisfied you are? 1 is to 10. Personal growth, do you think that you're getting opportunities enough to grow yourself personally, have the various kind of skills that are needed in life? And then definitely about relationships, about romance. How much do you think you're satisfied with your own life with this category? And don't forget spirituality. Please write that also. Now, once you have done this, I need to tell you here that 5 is 50%, 10 is 100%, 1 is 10%. So you should have at least 60, because normally 60 is what is considered to be the minimum required. So also the balance in your life would be created when your your all the areas of your life, they make a circle. When you join the dots together with every number that you have given, whether it is, let's say you've given 6 in all the categories, then you make a perfect circle. But if you've given somewhere 8, somewhere 4, somewhere 2, somewhere 10, then that shows that the wheel of life is not in balance and something needs to be done. And so, what needs to be done? We need to think about the top 3 areas of change. And we need to, so we'll be able to identify that. And then, what are the actions you need to take to improve that area of your life so that the wheel of your life is balanced? And this is also a very powerful activity for me to very quickly understand what is my current state of mind, where am I, and where I need to head to. So I hope that while I'm talking, you are also doing this exercise. And it is always advisable to keep the camera on so that I can also look at you and there's a energy exchange happening. Coming to the next part, we need to also understand that in today's time, the students are facing certain kinds of challenges. I have noted them down. That is the transition from school to college. People who are in their first year or in the third year of the college, the peer pressure that comes along with it. Coming into the academic life, we understand that for placements you work to enrich your curriculum vitae, you work very hard, and there is certain kind of a cutthroat competition that happens. Am I compromising on my sleep pattern? Am I compromising on my food? Am I compromising on my quality of relationships with people? Huh? And am I taking it as a burden, as a stress key? I have to repay the loans, and I have to get into a very good company after this, and therefore I need to perform. So, is that burning you out? Is that stressing you out? And so, we need to understand all these reasons. Time management. As I showed you about the wheel of life, if the wheel is not nicely balanced, then it means that I need to work on my time management, my scheduling skills. Next important thing is social media. These are distractions in our life. And are we able to control these distractions, or we get swayed by them? I know that when we have a mobile phone in front of us, we don't even realize in the fingers they instantly come to certain apps, and then we realize, oh, this is not what I wanted to do, but my finger just went there uncontrollably and I started looking at something and got consumed into it. So it means that somewhere that I don't have control over my own senses. And this is what I need to strive at, to kind of create that self awareness and control over my own senses, the awareness of the moment, the current moment. Relationship issues, it could be with friends, it could be with your peers, it could be with your classmates, maybe back home with someone. So these are certain transitional changes in life that come. But most importantly, the art of self management is very important. And when we do that, we are able to uh, manage these uh, difficult transitions of our life. Now, having said all that, and we know what are the various challenges, we also need to see that how can I identify my mental health status instantly? So just ask yourself that, am I moving away from my own center of balance? When I say the center of balance, it means that, am I smiling enough throughout the day? Ask yourself. Take a moment, pause. क्या मैं दिन भर में मुस्कुराता हूँ, यहाँ पे मेरी हंसी ही गायब हो गई है काम में, और करियर को लेकर, कंपटीशन को लेकर मेरी हंसी ही गायब हो गई है, या मैं थोड़ा सा चिड़चिड़ा हो गया हूँ, हाँ बात बात में थोड़ा सा लगता है कि बार बार हर बार में कोई ना कोई डिस्टरबेंस आ जाती है, या स्ट्रेस हो गया है, क्योंकि कई बार क्या होता है, वी वांट टू डू लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स, एस्पिरेशंस हमारी बहुत होती हैं, टाइम लिमिटेड होता है, और हम कम काम कर पाते हैं, या हमको कोऑपरेशन नहीं मिलता है समय पे जब मिलना चाहिए, तो उससे क्या हम हमारी लाइफ में अनहैप्पी फेज हमारा ज्यादा हो रहा है। ये कुछ पॉइंटर्स हैं जहां से हम आइडेंटिफाई कर सकते हैं दैट यस, आई नीड टू वर्क on my own status of happiness. I need to work on my own status of well-being. Low energy. जैसे सुबह उठे भी, लेकिन उठ कर that freshness, that enthusiasm is not there, and you have this feeling of, oh इतना काम है, ये भी करना है, वो भी करना है, right? And then you feel, पर इतना एनर्जी नहीं है, करना तो बहुत कुछ चाहते हैं लेकिन वो एनर्जी नहीं है, या फिर गुस्सा आता है, या हम इम्पेशेंट हो जाते, इम्पेशेंट हो जाकर जैसे आंखें भी दिखाना किसी को वो रौब की निशानी होती है, तो हम बात बात में किसी को आंख दिखा रहे हैं, किसी को ये जताने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं दैट लुक, इतनी सी बात समझ में नहीं आ रही आपको, इतनी सिंपल सी चीज है। तो ये चीज अगर रिपीटेडली हम करते हैं, इट मीन्स दैट आई नीड टू वर्क ऑन माई वेलबींग, आई नीड टू वर्क ऑन माई वेलनेस। नाउ certain things that cause the emotional डिस्टर्बेंस जो हमने समझी अभी तक, लेकिन उनको हम प्लग इन कैसे करें, जिसको हम बोलते हैं इमोशनल फर्स्ट एड। जैसे कई बार हम अपने आप के लिए हम बहुत क्रिटिकल हो जाते हैं, we set up such high expectations for our own self that we say, that I am not so good, I have not done it well, maybe I've got 94 marks, maybe you have got 89 marks, and then you say, no, I'm not good, I should have got 99, not the work, the way I worked very hard, but this is not. So then what is it, when I keep on lingering on with the same negative self criticism, self talk, I am putting myself low. And then what happens is I also put my self-worth low because I'm telling that I'm not good enough. Maybe you are good, but you are underestimating yourself, or you are having such high expectations from your own self that it becomes so hard and unforgiving. So the solution is that you'll have to argue with that self-criticism. Is it right? Is it really justified? Hmm? And when you do that, you will be able to come one step out of that trap of self criticism. So, for example, somebody has a thing that, very simple, that I'm not so good in my social skills. I cannot make friends easily like my other friends can do, right? And then, so therefore, I should not go out in parties and think. But now, if I will make this my nature, my sanskar, then I'll be never be able to come out of it. And therefore, I need to argue with that. Why am I not able to do it? And yes, I can do it. I'll take slow steps. Step one, step two, and I'll overcome. Second is reviving your self worth. Self worth in terms of um, my own my own feeling, and that I'm valuable. I'm like a diamond. The value of a diamond is understood by a jeweler, but would an ordinary person be able to understand its value? Now tell me, they will not be able to understand. The real value would be appreciated by a person who can understand your words. So if somebody criticizes you or somebody puts you down, maybe he's not able to identify your real worth, and I should not take his words strongly to my heart. I should not take his words as the as like a god has said it. No. Huh? So we have to be very discretionary in that understanding. थर्ड इज दैट कई बार क्या होता है, हम लोग लोगों से मिलना जुलना कम कर देते हैं. सो हमें सोशल कनेक्शन बना कर रखना होता है. काम में या जीवन के हम इस दौर में, भाग दौड़ में हम अपने आप को दूर कर लेते हैं. तो वो हमको प्रयास करना होगा कि हम उनसे बात करें, कम्युनिकेट करें. अगर हम कम्युनिकेट नहीं करेंगे तो दूरियां अपने आप बढ़ जाएंगी. और भले आपके सोशल मीडिया में हजारों में फ्रेंड्स लिस्ट हो, लेकिन आप एक अकेलापन महसूस करेंगे और आप महसूस करेंगे कि कोई है ही नहीं मेरे साथ, मन की बात करने के लिए कोई है ही नहीं. काम के लिए तो लोग आ जाएंगे, लेकिन मन बस काम करके बस निकल जाएंगे. और हालचाल के लिए कहना ही पड़ता है यस आई एम फाइन. अगर मैं बोलूँ आई एम नॉट फाइन तो सुनने का भी टाइम नहीं है. सो ये तो एक नॉर्म हो गया है. हाउ आर यू? आई एम फाइन, आई एम गुड. ये बोलना ही है, राइट? बट ये कब होगा? हम किसको बोल पाएंगे आई एम नॉट फाइन? when I replenish my social connection, when I make an effort to come out, when I put on a smile on my face, I'll have to make that effort. I can do that. और चौथा सोल्यूशन ये होता है इमोशनल फर्स्ट एड. जैसे कोई रिजेक्शन है, कोई आपको बार बार रिजेक्ट करे, या आपको एक गिल्ट फेलियर आए कि मेरे अंदर ये कमी है और मैं मतलब मैंने कोई गलत काम किया एंड आई एम फीलिंग वेरी बैड अबाउट इट, एंड मैं किसी से आंख नहीं मिला सकता, या फेल हो गए किसी चीज में, फेल हो गए, या ये मतलब रोजमर्रा के जो कट्स एंड स्क्रैप्स हैं, इमोशनल कट्स एंड स्क्रैप्स हैं, उसको बाहर निकलने के लिए एक बात मैं आपको बताता हूँ. डिसेंसिटाइज योरसेल्फ का मतलब, फॉर एग्जांपल, if you work in a telecalling company, in a telecalling company, the people on the other side of the phone, they could be very harsh and rude on the phone. And maybe, I mean, if you try to experiment, you will feel that your ego is bashed. Your ego would be punctured. Your because they could say anything, and you are representing the company, you're working there. So what will happen is you will have to desensitize yourself, that put your ego aside, put your education aside, and come into that role of a telemarketer and then talk to people. And believe me, it takes a lot of challenge initially for people to understand that whatever your acquired information, laurels that you have, the person on the other side does not need that. He's not interested in that. He's just interested in his work, and therefore he's calling that work was not, that the company had not done it, and therefore he's now fighting out for that, and I have to listen. So but then after a while, what happens? If I demonstrate tolerance, if I demonstrate patience, if I demonstrate these coping strategies of of that sense of empathy and sensitization, after a while, maybe 1 week or 10 days, I'll not be affected by the next telecallers calling me. I'll understand this is a part and parcel of my work. So when I'm dealing out, I should not take things personally also. When I take things personally to my heart, then these emotional challenges and problems, they become very strong. Um, Moving ahead, I want to tell you here that as you see in this picture, the winds and waves are always on the side of the ablest navigators. And it means that the coping strategy, like the power to withdraw, the power to face, the power to pack up, सामना करने की शक्ति, समाने की शक्ति, सहन करने की शक्ति, सहयोग देने की शक्ति, इस तरह के जो ये कलाएं होते हैं, ये जो क्वालिटीज होते हैं, जब हमारे अंदर कूट कूट के भर जाते हैं, तो चाहे आंधी आए चाहे तूफान हो, जीवन में कैसी भी समस्या आए, उसको हम पार कर लेंगे, उसको हम नेविगेट कर लेंगे। और उसी तरह एक जो स्किल्ड कैप्टन होता है शिप का, वो जब ऐसे खतरनाक स्टॉर्म्स भी आते हैं, बिकॉज ही इज सो स्किल्ड इन नेविगेटिंग द शिप, in controlling the ship, that he is able to bring the ship safely to the harbor. उसी तरह से जब हमारे जीवन में इस प्रकार की क्वालिटीज को हम अपने अंदर धारण करते हैं, जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल पेशेंस, पेशेंस हमारे जीवन में कैसे आएगा बताइए? उसको प्रैक्टिस करना पड़ेगा। वो थियोरी है, पेशेंस की डेफिनेशन आप बता दोगे, उससे कोई मतलब नहीं, डेफिनेशन नहीं चाहिए, उसको जीवन में हमको उतारना है। जीवन में उतारने के लिए पेशेंस में क्या करना पड़ेगा? आपको चुप रहकर सामने वाले को सुनना पड़ेगा और मुस्कुराते हुए सुनना होगा, और अंदर आपको ये चलाना होगा कि आई एम अलाउइंग हिम टू फिनिश हिज स्टेटमेंट, व्हेन ही विल फिनिश देन आई विल स्पीक। तो ऐसे एक बार किया, 2 बार किया, 15 बार किया, फिर आपका वो हैबिट बनेगा, संस्कार बनेगा। सो इस तरह के जो भिन्न प्रकार के जो गुण होते हैं, मूल्य होते हैं, वो अपने अपने जीवन में विकसित हमको करना होता है। वो हमारे मेंटल वेलबींग के लिए, वेलनेस के लिए बहुत बहुत ज्यादा फायदेमंद होता है। मैं आपको एक स्टोरी सुनाना चाहता हूँ। यहाँ पर एक जंगल था, उस जंगल में 2 दोस्त थे, बहुत पक्के दोस्त थे, और वो जंगल में निकले थे अपने कुछ काम से। तो दोनों को वहां पर शेर दिखाई दिया। जब शेर दिखाई दिया तो फिर हाँ, उन्होंने कहा भागो भागो, हाँ शेर आ गया है भैया। तो भागने लगे। फिर उसमें क्या हुआ, एक दोस्त जो है वहां वो रुका, और वो अपने वो क्या कहते हैं, जूतों के ना फीते वगैरह बांधने लगा और जूतों को कुछ चेंज करने लगा। तो उसके दोस्त ने पूछा, वो भाग रहा था, भागते भागते पूछा, तुम क्या कर रहे हो, तुमको डर नहीं? अभी शेर आएगा, तुमको खा जाएगा, रन रन। तो कहता है, आई नो दैट, आई एम प्रिपेयरिंग माई सेल्फ टू रन फास्टर देन यू, so that the lion eats you and I'm saved। बताइए, आज के जमाने में, आज के जमाने में ये माहौल है जिसको आप दोस्त समझ रहे हैं, कठिन परिस्थिति आती है तो हो सकता है वो भी आपका साथ ना दे, वो तैयारी ऐसे करे, आप हो सकते हैं उसका साथ देने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, लेकिन वो तैयारी ऐसा कर रहे हैं कि आपको पीछे छोड़ दे और आपका नुकसान हो जाए और वो खुद आगे निकल जाए। सो व्हाट डू वी डू इन दीज टाइम्स? ये समय तो हमारे जीवन में आ ही गया है और हम लोग देख भी रहे हैं कि लोग ऐसा कर रहे हैं। सो दीज आर द 3 key propositions that we need to understand, that there is no turning back to this global competition that we are in. The revolutionary new technologies that are coming every day, and the disruptive social transitions that are happening. Now look at COVID, look at the world becoming a global village, look at the way communication is happening only at the press of a button, by just speaking something instantly, like being here. I'm in Lucknow, you people are in Roper, but you can listen to me. You can speak to anyone in America. Instantly, everything is happening. And so, in spite of this uncertainty, the complex web of of life that is there, and so quickly things are changing, because communication, everyone has so much there in their mind, and they are radiating out to people talking about it and instantly taking decisions on what is being said, spoken, what do we do? Do we fatigue ourselves? Do we give into the pressure? No. Then, in this case, what should we do? In this case, we must find new bearings and we should acquire new skills like intuition, like tolerance, like focus, like flexibility, like stillness, like determination, like sweetness. Uh, these are the new age skills that we need today. Maybe a person could be highly educated, he would have all the hard skills, but what about these soft skills? These soft skills are equally important to work collaboratively, cohesively, harmoniously, and also to be promoted. These are also certain leadership skills that help us in our well-being. We understand that we have all the hard skills, but why am I not being promoted? Why are people not listening to me? People will listen to those who are sample example of these soft skills. People want to be respected, people want to be loved, people want to be heard, people want somebody to be available to them while they're talking. Now normally what happens is, for example, somebody comes to me and says, sir, I have this and this problem, but I am not looking at that student, and I'm putting my head down and say, yeah, tell me. Now the student has come for 30 seconds or 1 minute. What if I just look at the student and give that quality time and the student leaves? Don't you think that will be a more impactful way of dealing with it? Maybe with friends, when I have like-minded friends or have peers, like the cell that is running, I'm sure with the student community in your college, there would be many such cells running, and you people would have to work collaboratively. How would it be, and how would people feel when you have an eye contact and you make a little smile and things are done, rather than you look at the paper pen and quickly just to get work done? We ignore the people, we ignore the human energy, and that is something that people do not like. And I need to ask myself, मुझे अपने आप से ये सवाल पूछना पड़ेगा कि कोई अगर मेरे साथ ऐसा करेगा तो मुझे कैसा लगेगा, क्या मुझे अच्छा लगेगा? तो जो चीज मुझको नहीं अच्छी लगेगी तो मैं दूसरों के साथ वो कैसे कर सकता हूँ? ये एक दूसरा रेटिंग स्केल है जिसको कहते हैं स्ट्रेस रेटिंग स्केल, एंड इसमें कुछ पॉइंटर्स दिए हैं. मे बी यू कैन डू क्विकली टेक अ स्क्रीनशॉट of this activity, and this activity will make you understand your current stress level. uh, and I mean, you have to keep in mind what has happened to you during the last 12 months, like within the last 12, not beyond that. So 12 महीने के अंदर इन सारे पॉइंट्स, जैसे डेथ ऑफ अ क्लोज फैमिली मेंबर, क्या एक साल के अंदर ऐसा कोई हुआ है? या फिर जैसे कहा कि फाइनेंशियल डिफिकल्टीज एक साल के अंदर आई हैं, प्रॉब्लम्स विद योर बॉस और प्रोफेसर, क्या एक साल के अंदर ही कुछ आया है? आउटस्टैंडिंग पर्सनल अचीवमेंट एक साल के अंदर हुआ, फाइनल एग्जाम्स एक साल के अंदर हुए हैं, चेंज इन योर स्लीपिंग हैबिट्स, तो वो आपको देखकर यहाँ पर आपको टिक करना है कि ये हुआ है कि नहीं हुआ है. हुआ है तो टिक करेंगे, नहीं हुआ है so leave it blank. And what you do after that, you will calculate your scores, and if your scoring is less than 150 points, then you have low stress level in relation to life events. If your score is between 150 to 300 points, then there is a borderline range of a stress level. And if your score is above 300 points, then your life is in high stress. And therefore, I need to work on my mental health, I need to work on my well-being, I need to work on my wellness, and things like that. So moving on, in today's time, what is more easy to control, the external or the internal? Tell me. आप बाहर के लोगों को, किसी के सोच को आप परिवर्तन कर लोगे कि अपनी सोच को आप परिवर्तन करना सहज है? बताइए. What is more easily to control, the controllable or the uncontrollable? Definitely it is controllable. So I cannot control people around me. Can I control my wife? Can I control my friends? Can I change my family? I think we cannot. We can only guide and advise, but we cannot change them or control them. But can I control my own self? Can I control my own feelings and emotions? Is this a possibility? Yes, definitely. This is a possibility, and I can control my own emotions, and this is called as self sovereignty. Swarajya Adhikari. Hmm? Matlab, I have rule over my own senses and I have rule over my own body. In which four areas? Physical doing, diet, nutrition, exercise, health. Hmm? For good mental health, you need to have a nutritious diet also. I cannot keep on eating junk food or have low calorie food, and that will not give me enough nutrition. It will not give me enough energy to sustain myself for the entire week. So we need to work on that, and I'm sure you people know that what is the right diet. Exercise, minimum physical activity should be there, any kind of exercise, running, jogging, yoga, whatever that you can do, but at least 15 to 30 minutes you should do that every day. Uh, when you do that, there are certain chemical changes that happen within the body, and that uh, secretes serotonin, uh, oxytocin. These are certain kinds of happy chemicals that make you feel good. And therefore, diet and exercise, nutrition, they play a major role in your wellness and well-being. Second is the social aspect, which is about the feeling. Now, um, understand your temperament, and I mean, I am independent yet interdependent. So keeping this concept in mind, maybe you like someone, maybe you don't like someone, but then we have to work together. Maybe you don't like your sibling, maybe you don't like some uncle and auntie of yours, but you cannot throw them away. You'll have to still stay with them, live with them, and take the whole family unit ahead. Yes or no? Yes. Similarly, in a college also, the friends that you are with, maybe you like someone, maybe you dislike someone, maybe some professors, some students you like, dislike, but you cannot chuck them out. You have to work with them. Now, how do you work with them? Maybe, so you think about the strengths they have. Connect on the strengths, don't connect on the weaknesses. And when you connect on the strengths and you look at the positive aspect of the life, it becomes very easy for us to connect. And you connect with them on that level. And when we do that, it becomes very easy for our interpersonal relations to work. So whether it is your quality circles or any other kind of aspect that you're looking into. The third is the mental development, because for mental wellness you also need to keep learning, like new skills, some information, rediscovery about the new responsibilities, learn a new course, cook food on your own, maybe gardening, learn an instrument. So all these things are also a very integral and important part of mental wellness. We cannot isolate all this and say we are focusing only on our academics, only on academics, and nothing else in life. Would that work? Tell me. You'll be tired, you'll be drained, because you need to focus on your exercise, diet, sleeping also. You need to have friends also. You need to, would you stop celebrating festivals just because you're an IIT? Would you stop celebrating festivals? Huh? No. Just because you are working to get a campus placement, would you ignore all that is the, life? मुझे एक कहानी याद आती है. I must share that with you now. Uh, there was this person, who sat in a train, and he wanted to go from Lucknow to Delhi. And when he sat in that AC compartment, there were a lot of people around him. और सबसे बहुत अच्छी बातचीत उसने करी, उसने अपनी कुछ पढ़ाई भी करी, उनसे हालचाल भी पूछे, और हाँ, दोस्ती भी उनकी हुई. और फिर 9 घंटे के बाद वो ट्रेन से दिल्ली पहुंच गए. On his return journey, he had 3-4 friends with him, around 4 friends with him, जिनके साथ वो लखनऊ वापस आए. तो उनका वही स्वभाव था कि अपना पढ़ाई भी कर रहे हैं, कुछ काम भी कर रहे हैं, म्यूजिक भी सुन रहे हैं, और साथ में जो लोग ट्रैवल कर रहे हैं उनसे बातचीत भी कर रहे हैं, अच्छे रिलेशंस बन रहे हैं. और एक दूसरे व्यक्ति थे, वो किसी से बात नहीं करना, बस मुझे अपने किताब पढ़ना है. तीसरे व्यक्ति थे जो कि उनकी नोकझोंक हो गई अब साथ वाले पैसेंजर से, क्योंकि उनको उनकी बिहेवियर अच्छा नहीं लग रहा था, तो उनका झगड़ा हो गया. और जो जो चौथे व्यक्ति थे, चौथे व्यक्ति ने अपना टिकट खो दिया था और वो ट्रेन के अंदर बैठ गए थे. What I mean to say is that um, in life, life is not a destination. Life is a journey, and we need to enjoy the journey and the process of reaching the destination. मतलब हम सोचें कि हम जब हमको प्लेसमेंट मिल जाएगा तब हम खुश होंगे लाइफ में, तब तक तो एक स्ट्रगल है ना. So life is a very beautiful journey. Every moment needs to be relished and enjoyed, and I believe that is success. I believe that is success. ऐसा नहीं हो कि हम वहाँ पर चुटाई जो माउंटेन की ऊंचाई पर तो पहुंच जाएं हम, लेकिन फिर ये महसूस करें कि इंजॉय नहीं करा लाइफ को, मजा नहीं है. पहुंच तो गए, कर तो लिया, लेकिन बहुत सी चीजें हमारी छूट गई हमारी. एंड मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट इज द स्पिरिचुअल फाउंडेशन. क्योंकि आप देखते होंगे कि मे बी दीज पीपल आर वेरी गुड विद व्हाट दे हैव अक्वायर्ड इन द हार्ड स्किल्स, लेकिन अगर वैल्यू सिस्टम सही में नहीं होता तो जेल में लोग चले जाते हैं. व्हाट आई मीन टू से इज दैट this is the right time to also work on your ethics, morals, and principles, and never give in to to easy way of doing things. Never give in into greed, into some kind of a लालच होता नहीं कई बार शॉर्टकट में करने के लिए, क्योंकि वो हमारी आदत बनती है और वो हमको कहीं ना कहीं हमारे कोर सीक्रेट स्पेस से हमको दूर कर देता है. I want to talk about key 5 keys to happiness over here. और पहला तो ये है कि मेंटल हेल्थ के लिए कांस्टेंट अवेयरनेस टुवर्ड्स द गोल ऑफ माय लाइफ ये होना चाहिए. क्या हमने अपने जीवन के कुछ लक्ष्य बनाए हैं? आस्क योरसेल्फ दिस क्वेश्चन. और लक्ष्य बनाए तो किस एरिया में? इज इट ओनली टुवर्ड्स योर करियर और इज इट टू द बैलेंस ऑफ द होल व्हील ऑफ लाइफ? जैसे शुरुआत के सेशन में मैंने आपको करीब 9 कैटेगरीज ऑफ लाइफ दिखाए थे. तो क्या मैंने उन 9 कैटेगरी की लाइफ में मैंने कुछ लक्ष्य बनाया है कि मैंने केवल करियर का लक्ष्य बनाया है? और कई बार तो करियर का भी नहीं होता है कि जब हम 3rd ईयर में आएंगे तब सोचेंगे, 2nd ईयर में आएंगे तब देखा जाएगा, स्पेशलाइजेशन, मतलब ये सारी चीजें. सो एक तो नहीं बनाया है तो उसको बनाएं, जीवन के हर एरिया में होना चाहिए, और फिर उसके लिए हम प्रयासरत रहें, उसके लिए उसको अपने अवेयरनेस में रखें. क्योंकि नहीं रखेंगे ना तो जीवन में इतना कुछ डिस्ट्रैक्शन है, हम इधर बह जाएंगे उधर बह जाएंगे, हम रियलाइज भी नहीं करेंगे और लगेगा टाइम निकल गया. Second is insight into uncertain happenings or involuntary occurrences in my life. Sometimes people have this question, why me? मेरे साथ ऐसा क्यों हुआ? मैंने तो कभी किसी के साथ बुरा नहीं किया. लेकिन ये अब कोविड के समय में कितने लोगों ने प्रश्न किया कि भगवान मेरे फैमिली मेंबर्स को क्यों आपने उठा लिया? हाँ, ये मैंने नया बिजनेस शुरू किया था और कोविड के कारण रेंट का पैसा पड़ रहा है और हम कुछ काम नहीं कर पा रहे, अब हमारा काम तो बंद हो गया. स्टूडेंट्स के साथ प्रॉब्लम, एग्जाम्स पोस्टपोन हो रहे हैं, नई डेट हमको मालूम नहीं चल रही है, किसी से मिलना नहीं हो रहा है. तो ये जो अनसर्टन इनवॉलंटरी अकरेंसेस इन माय लाइफ हो रही हैं, ये क्यों हो रही हैं? और अगर हो रही हैं तो उसमें सोल्यूशन हमको देखना होगा, हमको प्रॉब्लम को नहीं देखना होगा. क्योंकि जब हम सोल्यूशन की तरफ अपने माइंडसेट को बनाएंगे तो जीवन में खुशी आएगी, और अगर प्रॉब्लम के ऊपर फोकस करेंगे तो जीवन में निराशा और प्रॉब्लम और बड़ी हो जाएगी. सो ऑलवेज हैव दैट माइंडसेट ऑफ सोल्यूशन थिंकिंग. नाउ व्हाट नेक्स्ट? ओके, अभी एग्जाम पोस्टपोन हो गए तो अब क्या करना है मुझको? आई हैव 2 months with me. So in 2 months, I can do a course, I can revise what I had left, and I can meet some new friends also. So that way you will have to think. Not think, अरे बस 4 दिन पहले पूरी प्रिपरेशन करी थी, अब तुम भूल जाएंगे और फिर से मुझको तैयारी करनी पड़ेगी. Not that way. So, and the third point is guarding your inner sacred space. What is the meaning of protecting or guarding your inner sacred space? माना आपके जीवन के जो उसूल हैं, जो सिद्धांत हैं, जो आपने एक पवित्र स्थान अपने हृदय के अंदर बनाया होता है. आप बताइए, घर में या मंदिर में जूता चप्पल पहन के कोई जाता है? नहीं, कोई नहीं जाता है. और किसी को जाना भी चाहिए? नहीं जाना चाहिए. तो जो हमारे मन की जो बहुत पवित्र, कोमल, शुद्ध हमारी भावनाएं होती हैं, हमारे सोच ख्याल होते हैं, हम ऐसे लोगों के साथ शेयर ना करें जो उसका मजाक उड़ाएं. जो उसको उसकी धज्जियां उड़ाते हैं, आपको डीमोटिवेट करते हैं। तो आप ऐसी बातों को अपने हृदय में रखिए। आप केवल एक या दो लोगों से शेयर करिए जो आपके बहुत करीबी हैं, वो आपके मेंटल वेलनेस और वेलबींग में बहुत लाभदायक होता है, बहुत कारगर होता है। Fourth is good interpersonal relations with people on a daily basis. Throughout the day, the time when I wake up in the morning to the time I sleep at night, what is the quality of relationships I'm having with people? The first time when I wake up in the morning, do I wake up कि अब मुझे ये काम करना है, मोबाइल फोन में क्या है, or do I express gratitude, शुक्राना to God, thank you for keeping me sleeping safe, for waking up safe, and for having enough food on my plate? हाँ, ये कितनी बड़ी बात है जब आप ये शुक्र, थैंक यू, कितना लविंग परिवार है, थैंक यू इतने फ्रेंड्स, थैंक यू आई एम इन सच अ गुड कॉलेज, automatically your mind will shift, your whole shift towards the day would be towards wellness and well-being. And then I do some positive reading the day that I have, maybe some self-help books, some positive thinking or meditation or some yoga, some breathing exercise, and start with some nice nutritious meal. एंड दिन भर के जो challenges होते हैं वो तो रहेंगे ही रहेंगे, उनको तो फेस करना ही होता है, लेकिन हमने जो preparation है, जो cushioning effect है, उसको हमने पूरा एड्रेस किया है since the morning. And this will also give me that space to replenish, re-energize myself so that I can meet people with a smile on my face on a daily basis. And the पांचवा जो की है हमारी खुशी का है, वो है ये coping skills, जैसे मैंने आपको बताया, adjustment, patience, cooperation, forgiveness. ना, forgiveness, क्षमा करना एक बहुत बड़ी एक कला है। कहा गया है कि जिंदगी को मैंने कुछ ऐसे खुशनुमा बना दिया कि कुछ से माफी मांग ली और कुछ को माफ मैंने कर दिया। हाँ, तो बताइए, अगर हम किसी हार्मनी, व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ हार्मनी? मैंने हार मानी, आप जीते, हार्मनी। लेकिन अगर हम, आप बताइए, घर परिवार में कई बार पता है आप सही होते हुए भी आपको अपने आप को सही सिद्ध करना नहीं चाहिए, नॉट एट द कॉस्ट ऑफ योर रिलेशनशिप। या करेंगे, मैं सही हूं, अपने आप को सिद्ध भी करूंगा ताकि रिलेशनशिप ब्रेक भी हो जाए। हाँ, तो ये विजडम होता है, ये हमको लेकर चलना होगा। कभी हमने कुछ कहा, कभी आपने कुछ कहा, तो एडजस्टमेंट, फॉरगिवनेस। हाँ, फॉरगिवनेस, क्षमा करना, किसी ने हमारे साथ कुछ किया तो उसको हम लात अपने, वी शुड कीप इट अ मेंटल बैगेज फॉर 1 year, 2 year, 5 years. Forgive the person, don't keep the baggage on your mind and move ahead in life. You'll be very free and light mentally from here. एंड हैव दैट एक्ट ऑफ ग्रैटिट्यूड, भगवान इनका भी कुछ अच्छा हो, अभी इनको सद्बुद्धि मिले, गिव देम some kind of a wisdom so that they progress in life. मुझे इनके लिए कुछ गिला शिकवा नहीं है. And so when I have these coping skills mentally, I'll be very free from here. I'll not have any animosity, anxiety, jealousy towards people. उनको देखकर एंजाइटी हो जाती, कहीं मेरा बुरा ना कर दें वो. हाँ, लेकिन जब ये कोपिंग स्किल्स हम अपने अंदर डेवलप करेंगे तो ये हमारे अंदर नहीं आएगा. Some tips to reduce all these stresses ताकि हमारा mental well-being बहुत अच्छा है. Spend some time, at least 10 minutes each day, in planning and organizing your day. दिन भर आपको क्या करना है, what are the meetings you have, what are the subjects you have to study, what are the plannings, किसको क्या काम देना है. Set goals for yourself and prioritize. पहले काम, what is urgent, what is important, what is necessary and what is unimportant. Adopt a healthy lifestyle. And like, I know students have a tendency to study late at night, but there's also certain students who like to study early in the morning. So whatever is your biological prime time, use that to your advantage and don't get influenced by what the stereotyped way of working is. Do the right thing right. कई बार होता है कि हम सोचते हैं कि अरे चलता है, परफेक्शन की जरूरत नहीं है. लेकिन for example, when you're keeping files and folders in your laptop or various subjects and you just keep them randomly, what will happen? It will pile up, and at the right time you'll not be able to find that file, where is it, and you'll keep searching for it, though it is there in your system, but now you don't remember where it is. So therefore, do the right thing right. एलिमिनेट द अर्जेंट। जो अर्जेंट काम, जो प्रेसिंग मैटर्स होते हैं, उनको प्रोकास्टिनेट नहीं करना है आपको। यू नीड टू डू इट। एंड मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंटली प्रैक्टिस द आर्ट ऑफ इंटेलिजेंट निग्लेक्ट, because throughout the day there'll be many messages, many people wanting your time, wanting your attention, and whom to say no, and no with politeness, with humility, with respect. That also I need, because we should not spoil our relationships with WhatsApp, with email. Everyone is available to us at the click of a button, and they expect this say blue tick हो गया, हमने आपने मैसेज पढ़ दिया, 4 घंटे हो गए रिप्लाई नहीं किया, एक दिन हो गया रिप्लाई नहीं किया, कुछ नाराजगी हो गई है क्या? So we need to consider all that and practice the art of intelligent neglect. And reward yourself when you're doing all the hard work. Don't be too hard. Reward yourself. So, as I just told you in a nutshell, that these are some skills, for some toolkit, that you should be kind to yourself and others, adopt all these coping strategies, be flexible in your thinking skill, कुछ सेल्फ अवेयरनेस की जो सब मैंने बातें आपको बताई, उसको हमको इनकलकेट करना होगा लाइफ में। और इसके अलावा मैं टाइम बचने के लिए मैं आपको बताना चाहूंगा कि बहुत बहुत सिंपल ये एक्टिविटी है। यू कैन quickly come to know that where you're wasting time and where you can save time. So throughout the day, what are the things that you are doing? And since in one day you have 24 hours, in 1 week you will have 168 hours. So uh, find that what are the for example, if you're sleeping 7 hours every day, so 7 sevens are 49, so you're sleeping 49 hours, and you're going to let's say for your classes, and each day you're spending some 5.5 hours or something, or 5.25 hours something, then in 7 days how much time you're spending? Your daily routine, reading, rest, some exercise, or if not doing anything also. So calculate all that and you'll come to know that where you need to save time, where you need to reduce that time, where you should put in an activity that is more important, and you have time for that. So in this manner you will be able to schedule your time effectively and easily. Also making a to do list, जैसे मैंने शुरुआत में कहा था कि प्लानिंग करना चाहिए, spend some 5-10 minutes every day to plan and organize your day. तो ऐसे कुछ चीज़ों को करने से life becomes quite easy. I would like to share this very, very important slide with you. This is something that I've been personally practicing for the last 17 years. और मुझको बहुत फ़ायदा हो रहा है. Now I'm 40 years old, और मैंने अपने जीवन में इस इस स्लाइड का, जहाँ पर कुछ क्षण, आप 15 मिनट 10 मिनट शांति से अपने साथ बैठे, just sit in silence with yourself. And this has a very, very powerful effect. I tell you, ऐसे ऐसे टचिंग्स आपके दिमाग में आएंगे, आपके मन में आएंगे, आप सोचेंगे अरे मन में पहले ये बात क्यों नहीं आई मेरे, you know. So this is how it works in a very powerful way, and especially in the remembrance of God. I mean, this is the higher energy, this is the supreme power. हम लोग भी कहते हैं ना, जब कुछ समझ में नहीं आता है तो हम लोग हाथ यहाँ माथे पे रख लेते हैं कि हे भगवान कुछ तो हो, या ऊपर ऊपर की तरफ हमारी आंखें जाती हैं। तो दुख के समय या कुछ जरूरत के समय ही हम ऐसा क्यों करें? जब हम खुश हैं उस समय भी हम ऐसा क्यों ना करें? तो जब हम खुश हैं उस समय भी हम ऐसा करते हैं, तो हमको ऐसे वंडरफुल टचिंग्स आएंगे, ऐसे पॉइंट्स हमको आएंगे। कोई कॉन्टैक्ट, आपको कोई प्रॉब्लम है और किससे बात करें, क्या करें, मे बी आपको वो टचिंग आएगी कि हाँ इनको फोन करते हैं, हमारा काम हो सकता है। एंड दिस हैज वर्कड इन माई लाइफ। आई टेल यू, परसों की बात है, I'm getting some civil work done in my home, and the contractor is really giving me a hard time. And I was thinking, मैं क्या करूँ? And to reach this person is such a difficult. मैंने उसी समय उनको WhatsApp भेजा, और मुझे याद आया कि हाँ उनको मैं कुछ कर सकता हूँ। और कब याद आया? 3 महीने के बाद। And उनको WhatsApp किया. You will not believe, after 2 hours I got a call from him. कॉल आया, I said हाँ भाई साहब, I'll come to your home. उनके घर में गया, मैं डेढ़ घंटा बैठा, चाय नाश्ता कराया, और मेरी सारी प्रॉब्लम्स का सिविल वर्क का सोल्यूशन भी दिया। उन्होंने कॉन्ट्रैक्टर का, ये नया कॉन्ट्रैक्टर से काम करा लेना, और तुम्हारा जो वॉशरूम का काम होना है मैं उसको भेज दूंगा, प्लम्बर को भेज दूंगा, सब काम हो जाएगा। सो आई मीन, this has worked in my life. I offer this as a gift to you. Experiment. If this works for you, do it. If it doesn't work for you, नहीं तो वो तो लाइफ हमारी चल ही रही थी जैसे चल रही थी। And now I'm open to question and answers.